All right, a vessel caught fire off the coast of Oman near the Strait of Hormuz today, with Indian authorities later announcing that all 24 Indian crew members on board the vessel are safe. In developments now just coming in, the US has claimed responsibility for it. The US Central Command has released a statement saying that American forces, quote, disabled an unladen oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman. CENTCOM identified the vessel as MT Marivex. The statement also states that the U.S. forces fired a precision munition from USS Abraham Lincoln after the crew allegedly failed to comply with directions. The vessel was sailing off the Omani coast when an explosion struck the ship that ripped into the ship's engine room, sparking a catastrophic inferno and sending a wave of panic through the maritime community. These visuals are from earlier today from that particular vessel. The crew subsequently issued distress calls as the situation on board the vessel, identified as the motor tanker Marivex, deteriorated. Now, as per the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways here in India, all 24 Indian crew members aboard the vessel are safe.
All Indian seafarers are presently safe. We are coordinating with Ministry of External Affairs, our Indian missions abroad, Indian Navy, Ministry of Defence to ensure their safety.
Super Navy, Super Navy. This is Motor Tanker Sanmar Herald. You gave me clearance to go. My name second on your list. You gave me clearance to go. You are firing now. Let me turn back.
Remember, this is not the first time that an Indian vessel has faced troubles in the Gulf waters since this war began. Earlier, Indian commercial vessels encountered hostile fire and verbal warnings as well from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps gunboats while attempting passage through the contested Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, the ongoing instability in West Asia has resulted in a rapidly evolving situation for global shipping. Remember, the International Maritime Organization has been closely monitoring the developments in this region to protect more than 20,000 seafarers in the region, including those who are stranded on vessels unable to exit the Hormuz. All right, let me go across to WION's assistant editor for foreign affairs, Siddhant Sibal. He's joining me on the phone line at the moment. Siddhant, quite a relief there that all 24 Indian seafarers are safe. But just the fact that US CENTCOM has claimed responsibility for this particular attack on the vessel says a lot. Get us more details of what American forces are saying.
Well, basically, first of all, this was not an Indian-owned vessel. This was a vessel that was on U.S. sanction list. And in last 4 days, it had tried to evade the U.S. blockade several times. It was on its way to Iran. That is what the U.S. government has said. And on 3 occasions, it was turned back by U.S. Navy. On 7th of June, that's yesterday, it tried to make sure it passes through the blockade by using the Omani territorial water. And then it was, of course, clear that it's trying to essentially make sure that the blockade is broken. But essentially it was disabled, and 24 Indian nationals were rescued by the Omani Air Force later on. It highlights the situation on ground in the Persian Gulf, how things are panning out. And, of course, it looks like that the situation will like this for considerable time, given how the forces are present there and how there are vessels who are involved in nefarious activities.
All right, Siddhant, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. So this was not an Indian vessel, as Siddhant said, and of course, the big relief coming in, the fact that all Indians who were on board are safe, and we played out those visuals for you as well, where they were being evacuated from this particular vessel.